Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're in this adventure, we're over in the Isle of Arran and we've just started a walk up Clag. And tonight we're going to be camping on Castil Abhail and we're going to head up the ridge over Fergus's seat. I think it's Swede Fairglass or something. So we're just, as I said, we're just walking up the glen just now. So the time is 5 PM. A very late start due to disruptions in the ferries coming across for Drossen, which I'll explain why later on once we've set up camp. So as I said, 5 o'clock, so we're pushed for time to get up onto the summit. So we're not doing much filming, but we'll get back to you when we're further up in the trail. So I'm out with Barry. Where is he? There he's out. There, Barry boy. So this will be Barry's first summit camp.
Yeah.
So first summit camp. So new experience for the Barry boy. And we've got more company.
Looking forward to it.
So catch you further up in the trail. So this is the point where we're walking up Glen Sannox and we branch right. Branch right here, Barry. I'm across the bridge going over the bum. So this summit over here, our ridge, is Kirk and just to the left of that is the Devil's Punch Bowl. Oh, it's a cracking wee climb up there. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on it just the other night there. Oh, it's a good wee route. That takes you up onto the North Ridge of Goatfell. But we're heading up this path and then we're going to branch right up to the summits up there, which is Swede Fairglass or Swede Fairglass, something like that. Translates to Fergus's seat. So I came over last Saturday and I done a wee recce climb up with the wife as I was coming back over on the Tuesday with Andy for the work, but as soon as we got up onto the ridge the weather turned. So this is why I'm back over today, which is Saturday the 22nd of August. Get my bloody breath back. First half hour's always the worst. Whew. And Barry's like a bloody train. So this is us just branched off the main path, which is there. And we're heading up right to cross over all that bog in the ferns. So a bit of heather bashing for the best part of a mile, I think. It looks like a mile. But that's the toughest bit, because the ferns are that long just now with the long grass. You can hardly see the path, and you're falling down ditches every other couple of minutes. But look at the view up the glen, up to Keirvor, right up bang in the middle. As I said, that's Keir Nahoy, which translates to the maiden's breasts, and that's the ridge. We're heading up there. Right, so that's where we came from. Follow the path up there, and then we branched right up that path there, and then started cutting across. Side of that hill there, you can see the path there. It's quite heavy going with the heather. Then round there, side of there, and down into that valley, and then up this shoulder. Tough going. So that took us a couple of hours back Tuesday when I was with Andy. That's an hour and 10. That's an hour and 10 to where I am just now. I'm only maybe another 100 metres shy of Fergus's seat. So there's Barry up there. So we'll keep on going now, guys, and I'll get back to you once I'm on Fergus's seat. Right, I forgot to mention that once I get to Fergus's seat, my bag's going to take another good bit of weight, so it's going to get significantly heavier, which will become apparent once we get up there, and I'll show you. This is the part that I don't show you on YouTube. Going out your arse. Right, keep going. Right, that's took exactly an hour and a half to get to Fergus's seat, and you never guess what. Arran is a new sky. Fucking hell. Look. Ah, you couldn't write it. Nightmare. Right, this is where it becomes apparent why my bag's going to get heavy. So when I was up last Saturday, I stashed the ropes when I came up with a wife. So I'm glad to see they're still here. So going with the forecast. No extra guy lines. Right, can't see further on. Right, that's the guy lines in the neck. Since the wind's getting up a bit. Oh, and into the abyss we go. Typical, eh? Not even forecast. The new Isle of Skye, Arran. So that was quite a quick wee climb up onto Fergus's seat. As soon as we got to the top, the bloody Clag came in. So we're going to make our way along to the Witch's Step, Coombe na Caoillich. Hopefully the Clag clears. Then we're going to abseil into the gully and then make our way up onto the summit of Castil Abhail. Sarks. Let's give you an escape route. So I don't think we'll be long in getting along to the witch's step. That's about. The bike's bloody heavy now. Oh. Right, soldier on. So that's us at the witch's step, and I don't know where the bloody ab. You got through that, it's not going anywhere. I'm sure you go down the right hand side, but the Clag's in, and we can't see a bloody thing. You can see the path down there, but there's a path going up the other side. Where the abseil is, we don't know. So I think we're just going to head down to the bypass and then make our way up the gully. Right, what's us? Just took the bypass and we're heading up the gully. I'll probably see, once we get onto the other side, I'll probably see where the abseil is. But for the top I can't see a bloody thing of where to get round, because the rocks are bloody massive. Barring up the gully. Whew. Well, that was another wee obstacle to come over, and I think we're just up over that, and we'll not be far for the summit. But this weather wasn't forecast. Right, on we go. And Summers, eat your heart out. The Arran dildo. Right, that's us on the summit of Castil Abhail. We just got here as the darkness was coming in. So we're just going to put the one tent up because daft arse here has got another set of bloody pegs. So the two's are about squeezing this. But this weather wasn't forecast at all. In the Clag. So we're just sitting there here in these wee rocks. Oh, because somebody has kindly left me a wee bottle. Oh, so we're just sitting in here. Oh, a wee carry it. Bloody guy lines. But honestly, Underestimated that witchy step. It's bloody huge. I've got a 60-metre rope. Because of the Clag, you couldn't judge how far it was, and I couldn't find to get to the Beely point. As soon as that Clag came in, that was it. It was game over. But just to get up here, Jesus Christ, it was a fair slog. A lot of false summits coming out of the castles. But we got here, so we left the car park at 5 o'clock and we got here just after 9. There's a lot of up and downs and there's a lot of down climbs. But there is bypass paths which we found. So it was more or less up and down. So we're just going to have a wee drink and then get the head down and then head off in the morning. We're going to head over towards Bentersoon, over the back of Keirvor. We might drop back into Glen Rosa and then walk out, or we'll head over towards Bentersoon and then Benanus and then walk back down into the valley that way. There's Baza.
Ben, fuck all.
Just cheers, Baza.
Oh, nice and cold.
What did you think of that walk today, Barry?
Oh, fuck, that was a toughie, man.
Toughie.
I used to big long days, that was tough.
You're a tough guy, mate.
Oh, getting on a bit now, not as tough as he used to be. Good workout though.
Aye. Barry's bag weighs more than me.
Oh god.
So we're just going to have a wee couple of soirees. Hopefully this bloody Clag clears. But the grund's absolutely sodden. That was the dry weather as well. But aye. We'll catch you later. Right, so as I was saying earlier, we had to get a later ferry. So yesterday, about tea time, some young guy threatened the staff on the boat with a bomb and then jumped overboard. So I don't know, last night I was cursing him, but do you know what? People are quick to jump to conclusions because it was only a young boy at 23 and he might have mental health issues. So he was they set off a fast rescue craft for the Kilmac ferry, I believe, and they rescued the boy. So aye, all praises to the Kilmac crew for saving somebody's life. Obviously all their training comes into play when something like that happens. So as I said, last night I was cursing the boy, but I was probably too quick to jump to conclusions, obviously because my ferry was cancelled. But as I said, the young boy might be suffering from mental health issues, I don't know. So we got the 2:20 ferry and we get into Brodick at, God, it was near 3:45, and then the bus for Brodick along to Sannox was 4:20, and as so we started the walk for Glen Sannox at 5 o'clock. We walked up onto Fergus's seat where I collected my rope, which I'd stashed last Saturday when I came up with the wife as a wee recce trip, just to get used to the path and stuff, because I was coming over on Tuesday with Andy. And we got up as far as Fergus's seat and the weather came in. So as I was saying earlier, bloody Arran's like the regular sky. the weather's just fucking unpredictable. It was supposed to be clear skies, sun, but as soon as we hit the ridge, the Clag came in again, as did it on Tuesday. So it was tough going up to the summit to here with loads of false summits and stuff. So we got here just as dark was falling. It was dark when we got here, Barry. And then the wind, we're getting gusts, and then we're in the Clag as well. So we've just put the one tent up, so we're just going to be cosy tonight. The two is in the one tent. I don't, and we're just sitting in this wee kind of craggy bit, just next to the tent. So, so that was the reason why we were late. We were booked on the 7 o'clock ferry this morning, which would have been a lot easier because we would have been up here well before the Clag set in. But aye. So, gonna have a wine, and Barry's gonna have a couple of beers, and then we'll get the heads down for the night. And fingers crossed, by the morning this Clag lifts, and then we'll decide what route we're taking, because we're booked on the 12 o'clock ferry back to Troon. Right, catch up with you soon.
Maybe do that in the morning.
Right, anyway, this is take 12. So on the left there you'll see a Four Seasons sleeping bag tucked away into a snug pack compression bag, and onto the right there you'll see an Nalgene bottle, so you'll see the size comparison, which the sleeping bag packs down really small for being a Four Season, and it's only 450 odd grams. But I'll put the grams on the screen now. And there's Barry.
Fast asleep.
Fast asleep.
It's so warm in here.
Lovely.
Summertime in Scotland's hard to beat.
Summertime, eh?
It's a bit dreich this summer we're having.
It's not dreich. This is normal. Well, good morning, folks. And as you can see, we've woke up in the Clag. Oh, nightmare. As I said last night, this weather wasn't forecast at all. So we're just going to get packed up and then get done. So we've got 7 o'clock just now, so we've got 5 hours before the ferry leaves. Well, as you can see, can't see a bloody thing. So that's where we were having a wee drink last night. Barry's just packing up. So the wind died in last night, so it wasn't too bad. It was quite warm in the tent. So once I get packed up and start heading down, I'll get back to you. What a night. Yeah, you should catch these later. So as always, guys, you know the drill. If you're going to take your shit up in a hill, have a decency to take it off. So that's where the tent was, right there. And this is where we were sitting having a wee drink last night. And there. There's Barry, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. The rock formations up here are amazing. Look at that. Never seen anything like that. Right, anyway, into the Clag we go. Right, so that's looking across to the ridge we went up last night. Over towards the Witch's Step, which is over there. And that's looking up onto the summit. And we're coming down the route. I'm sure Murchie and Paul for PA, I'm sure it's PA Outdoors. I'm sure they came up this ridge the last time they met Stripey Hat Guy. And the Stripey Hat Guy went up the route we went last night. So this is taking us down into North Sannox. So yeah, it's a no bad path. So we'll get down here and catch the bus back into Brodick. So that was 4 miles from the summit to the road. See if we can film a lift. Right, that's us at the ferry terminal. We're just in the wee coffee shop there. So our ferry's at 12 o'clock. So when we came off the hill we came down the North Sannox route. So it was 4 mile at the bottom of the road. And then we were another couple of mile along the road. So we're in a bit of a panic whether how to get back to the ferry terminal. We phoned a couple of taxi companies, but Sleepy Hollow over here, nobody works on a Sunday. So we got the bus came at 10:20, so it worked out perfect. And that's the ferry just coming in. And we're heading back to Drune. I can't believe, bloody some, look at that. Clear after a bloody night of Clag. Anyway, Scotland for you, innit?